Hello everybody. Welcome to the third game that I'm planning on running for the 30th anniversary of Final Fantasy. And it's appropriate because I plan for this video to come out on September 7th of 2017 because that will be the 20th anniversary of this game's North American release. This is the game that I think everybody with even a passing familiarity with Final Fantasy, this is the one they know of. It is widely regarded as the best game in the series. I'm not sure I would agree. I know if Jason were here, he would definitely say this game is very overrated, in which I tend to agree, actually. I think it's overrated. I don't think that means it's bad. Not at all. I think this is a great game. I just don't consider it the all-time greatest. But like I said, it's still a great game, and I think we're still gonna have a lot of fun running this. I just like to sit on this screen for a second as we take in the very familiar leitmotif of the Final Fantasy series. This was the first game to come out on the PlayStation, which is notable because Square had worked rather closely with Nintendo for a very long time. Even all their Final Fantasy games and most of their other games had been Nintendo exclusives. There it is, Final Fantasy VII. But this was the first game. All their other games had been Nintendo exclusive. They also worked closely with Nintendo on Super Mario RPG. Then when the next generation came out, they made the decision to go develop for the PlayStation instead of the Nintendo 64, which kind of drove a wedge between Square and Nintendo for quite a while, since they obviously saw that as a major betrayal. So, let us get started. We have a bit of a lengthy FMV cutscene here, so while this is going on, let me just explain for a little bit that at the time I'm doing this, it's been a while since I've done a whole lot of recording, and I apologize for that. I guess I've kind of been in that burnout funk where I'm just sometimes where I'm just not feeling up to it, just not feeling it. And I had already been doing a lot of Mega Man and Final Fantasy this year for the respective 30th anniversary franchises. So that's kind of burned me out a little bit. It's almost October's coming up, and I still want to do my Halloween videos. I don't want to feel burned out for that like I did last year when I definitely bit off more than I can chew. So this year for my Halloween videos, you can definitely expect me to continue a lot of the series that I started then. admit it, folks, this all looked amazing when it first came out. This game, I think I've said before that this game, Wild Arms, and Mega Man 8 were the big three that influenced that influenced my decision to get a PlayStation instead of an N64. Although, as you can see, the in-game polygons, they're a little primitive. Some would say they haven't aged particularly well. Come on, newcomer, follow me. Okay. Well, before we do that, grab a potion from that guy. I'll do my config off screen. Hey guys. By the way, I am playing this on, I am playing the PS1 version of this rather than the Steam version. Just so I don't have to dick around with all the controls. If you recall when Scarlett and I did Final Fantasy VIII, there was a lot of confusion as to which buttons that the game told you about corresponded to what on the PC controller. So I decided to forego all of that and just stick with the PlayStation version for right now. Okay, our ragtag group of misfits here. Wow, you used to be in Soldier, alright. Not every day you find one in a group like Avalanche. Soldier? Aren't they the enemy? What's he doing with us in Avalanche? Oh, but Jesse, he wasn't Soldier. He quit them and is now one of us. Didn't catch your name. Okay, we have our option of entering our name, but we'll just stick with Cloud. Cloud. Cloud, eh? I don't care what your names are. Once this job's over, I'm out of here. The hell y'all doing? I told you fools never to move in a group, fool. Our target's a North Mako reactor. We'll meet the bridge in front of it. Ex-soldier, huh? Don't trust you, fool. Yeah, this is quite obviously Mr. T. They had to have designed him that way on purpose. You push the directional button while pushing the cancel button to run, fool. Okay, there is definitely some English going on in the script here. That is kind of the by the way, the Mr. T thing. That is the voice I've been giving Barrett. So hopefully it doesn't come off wrong as just a black stereotype voice. The models out of battle, like I said, they're very blocky and primitive. They're marginally better in battle. But of course, this was Square's trial run. 8 and 9 would do much better with it. Yo, this your first time in a reactor? No. After all, I did work for Shinra, you know. Plant's full of Mako energy, fool. People here use it every day. It's the lifeblood of this planet, fool. But Shinra keeps sucking the blood out with these weird machines. I'm not here for a lecture. Let's just hurry. That's it. You come with me from now on, fool. Okay, Barrett's part of the group. Higson, I got the code for this door. Code deciphered. Think of how many people have risked our lives just for this code. Many Baltans died for this information. Code deciphered. Detour. Grab us a Phoenix down. Push that button over there. Little by little, the reactors will drain out all the life, and that'll be that. It's not my problem. Plant's dying, fool! The only thing I care about is finishing this job before security and the robo-guards come. So yeah, Clouds are very, very aloof, kind of emo character. Probably why he seems to have become extremely popular among the fan base. Kind of became the face of the series for quite a while. Although more recently, that seems to have gone to Lightning, who is more or less a gender-bent Cloud. Barrett is clearly a Mega Man fan, as he got himself his own arm cannon there. By the way, you can tell this game has from previous games in the series. Previous games had used like had a medieval fantasy setting. Final Fantasy VI mixed a little bit of steampunk into that. This one's a bit more schizophrenic, actually. It starts off looking with a rather kind of postmodern, semi-futuristic sort of look, but that's only in a few distinct areas. Basically, parts of the world owned by Shinra. The rest of the world is considerably more, I would say a bit more modern, I would say. Push the OK button in front of the ladder to grab it. Okie doke. Are a bit tougher. Here's our save points. store materia. We'll learn more about materia later, but that will be for another time. We blow this place, this ain't gonna be nothing but a hunk of junk. Cloud, you set the bomb. Set him up the bomb. Shouldn't you do it? Just do it, fool. I gotta watch to make sure you don't pull nothing. Fine, be my guest. Watch out. This isn't just a reactor. What was that all about? What's wrong, fool? Huh? What's wrong, fool? Hurry it up! Yeah, sorry. Uh-oh. Heads up, here they come. We got company. Okay, so we got our pretty standard first boss of the game. Search Scope basically locks onto a character, and then he'll attack the next turn. Which that should fill up his limit gauge. Yep. Every time you get hit, it fills up that pink limit bar, and then it enables him to use a limit break. Each of which, there's several each character can learn. Each, like, unique to each character. They're going to be what actually makes each character unique, as far as from a gameplay perspective. Since this game's materia system, once you actually unlock it, the materia system is one of those where it enables just about any character to do anything. Uh-oh. Better be careful. If you attack while its tail is up, it's going to counterattack with its laser. That's what it's supposed to say, anyways. Yeah, once again, we've seen this in every Final Fantasy since 4, where the first boss goes into that phase, where if you attack it, then it'll do like a powerful counterattack. And again, that's about the only spot in the game that's about the only boss in the game that does something like that. Kinda interesting. Okay, he's done. Okay, Barret, charge your Mega Buster. Okay, got him. Luckily, I was able to one-cycle him, so he only got one use of his, his counter, stance. Come on, let's get out of here. 10 minutes to detonation. Thank you for pressing the self-destruct button. This reactor will explode in 10 minutes. I do rather like the countdown timer. Let's quickly equip that assault gun we dropped. I don't... Does it count down while we're in the menu? I think it does. Shit. Thankfully, Barrett's gun is considered long range, so we can actually put him in the back row and get the same damage output. Not sure if the game put him there by default, though. No, it didn't. There we go. I'm not too worried about the time limit. The game gives you more than plenty of time to get out. In fact, once we get close to the exit, something I actually like to do is hang around by the exit and grind a little bit. I'm not sure I'm necessarily going to do that this time. It's not essential. Here is one thing coming up that trips up some new players. We do have to talk to Jessie here. She's stuck. You alright? My leg got stuck. Thanks. Yeah, because otherwise you won't be able to open a door coming up, and you'd have to come back and get her. As I'm sure just about everybody knows by now, Square Enix is working on a remake of this game for the PS4. Not too much has been seen of it yet, so it's hard to really make a judgment call whether it's going to be good or not. It is sounding like they plan on splitting it up into 3 episodes, however. Although, because this game was split into kind of like 3 discs, which I'm assuming each episode is going to be one of those. Although they're also supposed to be a full-length game, too, so it's not quite like one game for the price of 3 either. Alright, you're all clear, kid. Now let's blow this thing and go home. God damn it, Jesse. Well, that should keep the plant going. At least a little longer. Yeah. ... Okay, never gonna get back. Why are you trying to get us killed, Jesse? Alright, let's get out of here. Rendezvous at Sector 8 Station. Split up and get on the train. Hey. It's about your money, fool. Save it back to the hideout. Yeah. Excuse me? What happened? Nothing. Don't see many flowers around here. Oh, these. Do you like them? They're only a gill. Oh, okay. Oh, thank you. Here you are. Totally unimportant flower girl. We will never see her again. This game does have a pretty sweet atmosphere that they give you, like, right off the bat. Very unique to the series. It's I can kind of see why so many people do love this game so much. And like I said, this was one of the games that sold me on the PS1. Absolutely. I wonder what that is on the wall over there. Let's see. Don't be fooled by Shinra. Mako energy doesn't last forever. Mako's the planet's life source. The end is in sight. Protectors of the planet. Avalanche. Hey, you there. Uh-oh. See you guys. We can fight them if we want, but it's pretty much... But the outcome is pretty much the same. It ends up wasting a lot of time. Uh-oh. That's as far as you go. I don't have time to be messing around with you guys. Enough babbling. Grab him. Sorry, but I got a train to catch. And then he smacks his head on the tunnel. No, not really. Cloud never came. Cloud. Wonder if he was killed. No way! Cloud. Say, you think Cloud's gonna fight to the end for Avalanche? Hell would I know, fool? Do I look like a mind reader? Y'all weren't such screw-ups. Hey, Bear, what about our money? Oh. Nothing. Sorry. Cloud! Looks like I'm a little late. You're damn right you're late, fool! Come waltz in here and make a big scene. No big deal. Just what I always do. Shit! Having every word like that, you don't give a damn about no one but yourself. You were worried about me. What? I'm taking out of your money, hot stuff. Wake up. We moving out. Follow me. Hey, Cloud, you were great back there. Haha, Cloud, we'll do even better next time. Be careful, I'll shut this. Oh, Cloud, your face is pitch black. There you go. No wonder Barrett was so mad at you. Say, thanks for helping me back there at the reactor. You will notice, one thing I definitely noticed was that there was a lot more cursing in this game than like any other game before it. I think that when Square went over to left Nintendo to develop for Sony, Sony wasn't anywhere near as rigid about its content as Nintendo was, so I think some of the translators at Square went a little nuts. Huh? This is my house. Let's make ourselves at home. Oh. See the headlines in the Shinra Times? The terrorists that bombed the #1 reactor base somewhere in the slums. Blown up a reactor. They sure put some thought into this one. Must have a real calculating leader. Wonder what they'll do next. Stop acting like a damn kid. Sit down and shut up, fool. Please, you're bothering the other passengers. Excuse me. Seems this train hasn't switched to security mode yet. I'm sure that'll change by tomorrow. Someday Avalanche is going to be famous, and me too. Wedge, shut up. Do you think I got a bright future ahead of me? What do you have in mind? All my life I felt like nothing but a sidekick. But after joining Avalanche and trying to save the planet, I feel like I can do lots of things. Oh, good for you. That sure took its toll on me. I'm gonna sleep till we get back to the station. We're supposed to talk to Jesse. Hey Cloud, you wanna look at this with me? It's a map of the Midgar rail system. Let's look at it together. I'll explain it to you. I like this kind of stuff. Bombs and monitors, you know? Flashy stuff. Okay, it's about to start. This is a complete model of the city of Midgar. It's about a 1 to 10,000 scale. The top plate is about 50 meters above ground. A main support structure holds the plate up in the center, and there are other support structures built in each section. The number 1 reactor we blew up was in the northern section. Then there's number 2, number 3, all the way up to the number 8 reactor. The 8 reactors provide Midgar with electricity. Each town used to have a name, but no one in Midgar remembers them. Instead of names, you refer to them by numbered sectors. That's the kind of place this is. Ah, this is next. Look. This is the route the train is on. The route spirals around the main support structure. We should be coming around the center area right now. At each checkpoint, an ID sensor device is set up. You can check the identities and background on each and every passenger on the train by linking up to the central databank at Shinra headquarters. Anyone could tell we look suspicious, so we're using fake IDs. Speak of the devil. That light means we're in the ID security check area. When the lights go off, you never know what kind of creeps will come out. Anyhow, we're almost back now. That's a relief. Okay, that was quite a rundown Jesse gives us. Basically just explaining the city of Midgar to the player. Look, you see the surface now. This city don't have no day or night. If that plate weren't there, we could see the sky. Floating city. Pretty unsettling scenery. Huh? Didn't expect to hear that out of someone like you. You're just full of surprises. Upper world, city on a plate. Because of that frickin' pizza, people underneath are suffering. The city below's full of polluted air. On top of that, the reactor keeps draining up all the energy. Then why doesn't everyone move on to the plate? Don't know. Probably 'cause they ain't got no money. Or maybe because I love the land, no matter how polluted it gets. I know. No one lives in the slums because they want to. It's like this train. Can't run anywhere except where its rails take it. So yeah, basically they're saying that the main city of Midgar is suspended on these plates above on top, and then below is like the slum area down on the ground where we are now. Yo, get over here, all ya! That mission was a success, but don't get lazy now. The hard part's still to come. Don't y'all be scared of that explosion. Because the next is gonna be bigger than that. Meet back to the hideout. Move out. Alright. So, I've been a train man as long as I have. You see a lot of people in a lot of lives. People meeting, partying, joy, sadness. After a while, it doesn't even get to you anymore. I'm not letting you go tonight. Wow. Huh? Isn't there somewhere we could go to be alone? Wow. There's only the Trave graveyard around here, and they say there's ghosts around too. Damn. What? Yeah, that's exactly what I had to say. Again, a lot of English, some of the dialogue's a bit nonsensical at times. The hell do you want? You know who I am? You can't pass. I got the miserable job of keeping scum like you from trying to sneak in here. Wow, you're great. Damn right. Don't waste time talking's what I always say. But, Hey now. What on earth are you doing? Just butt out, jeez. Oh, you came to see it too? There's a bombing on top. If this pillar should come down, everyone in the slums is dust. Well, there's no point worrying about that. Hey, look, it's huge, ain't it? So yeah, it gives us a look at the support columns holding up each of the plates that the city suspended on. But it's surely not going to be important later on from what they're telling us. Hey, this is a strange and wonderful place. This is my place, but you can come here when you want. Bye, bro. Yo, Cloud, over here now! Yeah, Barrett. Keep your pants on. I'm gonna actually save here. I'll call it a video here. I'm not sure how many of these I'm going to do right now. Again, I wanted to do at least the first part to coincide with the game's 20th anniversary. But hopefully because I still have Final Fantasy VI to work on as well. But anyways, I'll see you guys next time.
I'm playing a game.